How's it going, boys? You're on with the Juice Man, and this is Boat Game. Today, we've got a replay from a good friend of mine, our friendly neighborhood kraken printer, Metajerk. Now, we've got Vladimir Trubetskoy on the screen right now, because this is the build for his Tier 4 Russian destroyer, the Okhotnik, or as I like to call it, the Murder Sausage. So, let's get into the game. So, let's just jump right into it. We know that he is pretty competent with the Okhotnik by now, but this game is going to be something I like to call all skill, no luck, maybe a little bit of luck, but let's just watch and see what happens. So, he's on Neighbors, he's on the A spawn, he's in a division with a Königsberg. I'd say that's a pretty strong combination at this tier, especially being top tier. Now, as he pushes towards the A cap, we see his twist and track is pointing directly in front of him, as a couple of battleships get spotted. Engine boost activated, get into the cap. Texas is making a beeline for the cap, Iron Duke is making a beeline for the cap, and we have spotted our first victim today, the Izyaslav. Shout out for the Izyaslav. Minimal damage, but we haven't brought the rear around. Look at that damage. It's huge. So, he does what any good destroyer player does in a suicidal torpedo gunboat hybrid and spams torpedoes everywhere and goes back to shooting at him. Now, if you'll see, those torpedoes look pretty good. That salvo looked pretty good, but the kill was yoinked by his division mate from Königsberg. Now, that doesn't necessarily hurt the outcome of this game, but I truly believe that this could have been one of those games, if you know what I mean. One of the kind of games that you send a letter to your mother about, just to tell her, your boy made it. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be a banger, but it had potential to be something more. A lot of people's dreams have been stolen by a Königsberg, but most of those people are at the receiving end of the Königsberg. We've got torpedoes out for the front of the Texas, saving 2 sets, as we do what the Murder Sausage does best, and rush battleships to shoot many torpedoes at them and outturn their guns. There's 1 torpedo hit on the Texas as he gets spotted, and Texas at this point has to know that he's not getting out of this one alive. There's 1 set, there's 2 sets, and down goes the Texas for our first kill and devastating strike of this game. Could have been the second, but we don't dwell on things that happened in the past. He's sticking around to capture A right now, as the Iron Duke starts to encroach on this position. Now, a lot of people would go after the Iron Duke, but something that a lot of people don't recognize in this game is how important positioning is. We've got the cap, we should just sail away from it. We've got support ships behind us that can deal with the Iron Duke. I need to go where I'm needed. That's what a lot of people don't realize. If you look at the red team's positioning on this map, they're all closer to the center and northeast side of this map. So, where can a ship be most effective like this one? Say for spotting or just for nuking cruisers. It's where the enemies are concentrated, and positioning makes up for a lot of the outcome of this game. He's got the armor piercing loaded right now. He's looking at the Iwaki and the Omaha, and he's considering taking this shot, but it's risky right now. But if you look at the hit points of the Omaha, you can't not take it. I mean, that Omaha could kill somebody if he's left alive. A shot comes in, leaves him on just enough health for the Jerkman to yoink the kill. But I think it's fair, right? He had his Izyaslav yoinked earlier. I think he was owed one at that point. He's pushing into B cap right now. Twist and Track is still pointing him firmly at what I believe to be the Iwaki. Yes, the Iwaki. It took a second. It was pointed a little right of Iwaki, but it straightened out. So now that we've got a really nice look at the side of this ship, let's talk about my theory on how the murder sausage was conceived, as the phone goes down to Mizuki, of course. So, I believe that they took the guns and the torpedoes and laid them out in an aircraft hangar. Just in a straight line. It was gun, gun, torp, 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 gun, 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 gun. And they said to the engineers, this is what we want, now build the boat around them. And that's what they did. Thus, the Akotnik was born. The Iwaki has slithered into his smokescreen as Metajerk tries to secure it with a blind fire, but no dice. Can't all be lucky all the time. Twist and Track is still pointing into the smokescreen, and judging from the shells coming out of the smokescreen, I'd say Iwaki is content with staying put. A switch to the armor piercing is a good choice in this scenario, as the ship can, and does, tear cruisers apart with it. Cheeky shot from the Iwaki, I can only assume aimed at the cruiser behind him, as he, I wouldn't say rushes this smokescreen, but gets just close enough to sneak a shot off on the Iwaki. 2 citadels, down he goes for his 3rd kill of this game. And it's at this point that the Kraken hunt begins. Ishizuki is all too willing to throw his ship away and send himself around this corner that he knows for a fact a destroyer is very likely behind, due to his last known position being headed in this direction. Cool guys don't look at explosions. 1, 2, he looked back. It was still pretty cool. Another devastating strike on the Ichi Zucchini, and Twist and Track is pointing at the island. And there's an Omaha behind the island. Now, this man's is going for his Kraken right now. So he sets up a smoke and gets ready to start tearing this Omaha apart with the armor piercing. But something strange happens here. Omaha, buddy, you know you have sonar, right? I don't know what he's fighting right now, but he is all too content with sailing away from the smokescreen. And Omaha absolutely has the power to tear apart destroyers, especially a big destroyer like the Akotnik. But he just doesn't seem to feel like it today? I don't know. Maybe he left his sonar at home. And if you look at the huge hit that he just received, 6 citadels out of the 7 shells that come from these guns, and then 3 more, he has elected maybe sonar is a good idea. But at this point, it's already too late. He had his chance, and down he goes for the Kraken. Now, if you look at the composition of this team, there's still a battleship and a destroyer left. This game isn't over. His division mate goes down to that pesky Mutsuki, but most of the team is still fairly healthy and, importantly, winning. Now, he's on 102,000 damage. 5 kills, 2 solo caps, 8 torpedo hits, 12 citadels, 2 devastating strikes, a high caliber that was secured long ago, and, of course, the Kraken Unleashed. But again, this game isn't over. The Kaiser seems all too willing to return to port, because he recognizes that this is not a winning situation for him. So he's going to take one more shot off, pad his damage a bit, as the Jerkman fires a absolute mess of torpedoes in his direction on his way into this cap circle. cheeky shot at the Kaiser, just to remind him that he's here. There's one, and dead. For the 6th kill of this game, and the Confederate medal. Now, he's pushing into the C cap, which, under any other circumstances, is the right thing to do. And he could have stayed and captured the C cap. But if you look at the score, that is a 430-point lead. I'm bad at quick math. We're not going to lose this game. So, he doesn't need to take the C cap. It would have helped out his finishing XP a little bit. It would have been his 3rd solo cap this game. But with just a Mutsuki left in that direction and a 7th kill on the line, I think it would be wise to go get rid of that Mutsuki before he causes any more harm to the blue team. Now, not a whole awful lot interesting happens in this period, besides an angry-looking sausage sailing to the other side of the map to find a sneaky lollyboat. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. I'll play some nice elevator music while we're going. Wait, hold on. Pause the music. He's just been spotted. But he is 14.6 kilometers away, heading into the A cap. So, resume the music, false alarm, nothing we can do yet. The Mutsuki just torpedoed the Peter. Oh, torpedo spotted, heading towards the friendly battleship beside him. Well, it's fortunate that he was not sailing directly in front of the battleship, as some players tend to do. As the Mutsuki gets spotted, and, you know, the guns are on the back of this thing. Broadside is the best side. Let's get one cheeky shot off on him. He's trying to smoke up. One gun, take the cheeky shot, snipe him in the smoke screen. Down goes the Mutsuki for his 7th kill of this game. So let's take a look at these battle results. 117,376 damage, 29 shell hits, 10 torpedo hits. He broke things 4 times, 7 kills, 2 fires, 7 floods, 12 Citadel hits, 2 solo caps, Confederate, 2 dev strikes, high caliber, Kraken unleashed. Top of the leaderboard, 2,703 base XP. At tier 4, top tier, 7 kills, which very much had the potential to be an 8 kill game. I wouldn't have expected him to go after the Iron Duke, because had he could have set up the 9 kill game, but at the same time, Iron Dukes really like to load HE, and had he gone after the Iron Duke, he might not have been in position to take out the rest of the red team. So great game from Metajerk today. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, I highly recommend you head over to his channel and hit the subscribe button. There will be a link in my description. And he has actually done a video on one of my Kraken games. So you should absolutely go check that out. He is much better at the commentary thing than I am. I am still figuring it out. I think maybe my strong suit is obvious when it comes to the editing, but I'm trying to branch out, get some new content out. And Mr. Metajerk is one of my inspirations to actually start doing the commentary. I just like his voice, I like the characters that he does, I like the fun that he puts into his videos. So, link in the description, you have to go subscribe to Metajerk. The man is insane at this game. So, if you haven't already, maybe hit the subscribe button to my channel while you're down there looking for that link. Hit the like button. And if you like this kind of thing, tell me in the comments that it didn't suck. If you think it sucks, absolutely tell me it sucks. I'll probably tell you to get stuffed. Love you guys. Bye.